Hey guys, this is Manshark Sub LPs. I'm Sub, this is Crusader Kings II, and this is Millennia in the Making episode 54. I'm not sure about that number again, I really should check this more often. Yep, 54 it is. Wonderful. We're currently playing as Kaiser Ulrich II of the Holy Roman Empire, son of Kaiser Ludolf, who himself was a son of Kaiser Ulrich I, the first Emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, and all the way back to Duke Otto, our original character. Kaiser Ulrich is a little bit depressed right now, but that's alright. He's strong enough that his depression won't kill him. Hopefully. Let's have a little bit of a look around the map before we actually get started. So we zoom out and we go to the Independent Realms thing because it's a lot easier to see. Well, see, we're in terrain mode now, and it's kind of difficult to see where boundaries begin and end, but if we go to Independent Realms, it's very easily defined for us. So, let's see, we've got our empire here, and a little bit over here as well. We should work on connecting that up. If we zoom in a little bit, we get these shields appearing. The larger the shield, the more important the title is. You can see the Byzantine Empire and the Holy Roman Empire have the same size shield or coat of arms, and I think the Abbasids, yeah, the Abbasids also have a very big one. Let's just zoom back out to get rid of that. Here's Lotharingia, and up here as well, and there's a little bit of Aquitaine in there and down here. This is Burgundy, but we already knew about this sort of stuff in the immediate area. Up here in the British Isles, we've got Ireland, which is actually now in Brittany, interestingly enough. Some of England, Wales is in here, it's very small. Scotland's doing alright. The county of Argyll appears to have split off and become its own little thing. Norway is fucking huge, though, again, a lot of these provinces are big in of themselves. And very bad provinces. I mean, we've gone over Finnmark up here, one little province, one little holding. Apologies to anybody from Finnmark, but, well, it's kind of a shitty place in this timeline. Some more Norse down here. The Eastern Europe and the steppes is kind of a mess right now, but that's supposed to happen. It's supposed to kind of be like this. Gardariki down here, which I think is ruled by a Norse king. Yep, ruled by a Norse king of the Rurikid family. That's kind of the start of the Russian Empire forming there. Down here we've got some lovely Persian dynasties forming. It's all good. Nothing really to be concerned about. India is a little bit fragged, though. Again, I mean, I say that, but look at all this. This here, the Ratta Empire, which is because it's his last guy's name, and he must be... No, he's a Jain. Excellent. But, yeah, see, that should hold a little bit more, including Ceylon, or Sri Lanka, but he doesn't. And, yeah, they've actually got themselves together pretty damn well here, I'd say. It's very interesting. And of course Africa is exactly as it usually is. Abyssinia is doing alright. And the Chilonids, the Battans, and the Idrisids are going. The Idrisids are not doing too well. They should own all of this south of, you know, Gibraltar Strait. Mali's still there. The Abbadid Sultanate of the Andalusians, that's a little concerning because they're right on Europe's doorstep. We'd kind of hoped that Asturias and the other northern Spanish kingdoms would keep them at bay, but that hasn't happened, so we might need to do something about that in the future. Unfortunately, I believe, yeah, see, the Sultan is very good at keeping his decadence down, unlike some of his guys. See, 64% here, that's huge. And yeah, that's basically the state of play at this time. So let's get into it. We're currently at war with two people. The King of Burgundy and the Duke of Benevento as an ally for Istria down here, which we have completely occupied, and we're just really waiting on war score to tick up there. I mean, he won't accept peace, but he can't really change the outcome of that war. And we're also at war with Harduin of the Burgundian Revolt for Grisons, which is this place here that we've occupied. He knows he's losing at least. So, let's put that up to the second speed. Before we get into that, we've got a few claims that we could press, but they're not really of interest. Who's this guy? The King of Lotharingia. Yeah, we have a bunch of claims for like Trier and stuff like that. I don't want to give the Duke of Franconia anything. Actually, this guy was ambitious at some point. Has this guy stopped being ambitious? Wow. That's kind of cool. You just check my vassal opinions by rank. Okay, so the Duke of Thuringia hates me, but that's alright because we locked him up. But yeah, Franconia likes us. Austria is still ambitious, but that's alright. So, the only person who doesn't like us is Thuringia. We're told Saikhadinja. And he will never like us because we took stuff off him and imprisoned him and all that sort of stuff because he was plotting. So that's interesting. We might actually be able to pass our crown authority. I'm a little bit concerned about this whole succession thing. Let me just check this. Not as concerned as I was a moment ago, before I checked it. But we know that the Kingdom of Germany is going to go to Prince Ludolf, my first son, because of the primogeniture succession. That's fine. This is Germany up here, all good, sort of thing. I was concerned because my current heir is Prince Welf for the Holy Roman Empire, Bavaria, Pomerania, and Bohemia. I wasn't sure what would happen with our dements, like these places. I mean, let's just check this. Good. Okay, I'm going to check this for every single county that we own just to be sure. So Oberbayern, the county itself, runs on elective. We're the only person who has a vote in it. So it goes to Welf. That's what we want to see. And the duchy also goes to Welf. That's good. Let's check up here. Niederbayern goes to Welf. Nuremberg goes to Welf. Plauen goes to Welf. And Weimar goes to Welf. And I think that was all we own. Oh, and Niesens goes to Welf. Good. Worry abated. So let's get rid of that title loss thing. We can still make a bunch of titles and usurp some more, but we're not going to worry about that. We can still imprison Jarislaw. We're going to dismiss that. We've got a couple of inheritance warnings that we weren't too worried about. And we've got the usual ducal claims. Let's get into it. I've wasted about 10 minutes talking about stuff, but I'm sure you people appreciated that anyway. Yes, I know. What do you mean, you people? That's racist, Sobby. Well, deal with it. I'm Australian. Okay, we don't get a lot of piety. Piety accrues very slowly. We just built a castle town in Wittelsbach, that's nice. Getting a lot of messages about people changing their votes to my... Everybody likes this guy, apparently. That's awesome. I'm really appreciative of that. Gods, I really do actually wish that we'd found that thing which lets us turn off, or at least put votes into the low priority table. That way they would stop making noise. Good, we're making a lot of money. What's our next purchase order? Maybe something in Nuremberg. Castle town improvement in Nuremberg, perhaps? Maybe. We can't improve the castle town in Wittelsbach anymore. Jesus, come on. Stop giving me vote changes. We could improve something in Andex. like the keep, though that'd be a way off, wouldn't it? I think we're going to have factions just vanishing all over the place. I think when we're done with these wars... Wow! Okay, because I'm depressed, I can kill myself. Fucking what? Wow, okay, guys, if you are suffering from depression in real life, don't take this decision seriously. You lose a lot of prestige. Wow. Fucking hell. We had a murder plot that we were trying to get underway. This woman could probably be easily bribed. Yep, good. Let's invite her to the plot. This woman has arrived at my court. She is my sister. What happened? Why is she suddenly here? Did her husband die or something? Must have. Or she got divorced or something like that. Alright, we've successfully captured this woman, who probably does not add anything to the war score. Nope. So let's see if we can ransom her. No, well, there's a few people we have here that we could ransom. Well, we must have captured a lot. Oh yeah, we captured a lot. Alright, well, let's see. This fellow is worth 10. This one is worth 10 but cannot be ransomed. And this one is worth 46 but can't be ransomed. Let's ransom the dude who's worth 10. Why not? This guy should accept an offer at some point. It's just getting ridiculous for him. I'm kind of surprised that we own, like... Actually, the real surprise was that we owned something in Maine. We owned the barony of Beaumont over in Maine. That's bizarre to me. I don't know how that happened. Like, we don't personally own it. One of our relatives owns it, and they're my vassal. Let's actually see who they're beholden to. The County of Lower Silesia. See, if we click de jure, it shows us what they should be, which is beholden to the County of Maine, then to Anjou, then to West Francia, and then to the Empire of Francia. But if we get rid of that, we can see they're in the County of Lower Silesia, which is over there. That's got to be the weirdest thing to manage. Like if you're trying to manage your vassals, how do you manage some guy who's basically half of Europe away from you? Bizarre. There's a peace offer from the rebel, and he's surrendering. Excellent. See, now we own that little piece of land. Lovely. And just to progress this damned siege a little bit, we're going to come over here and smash these two towns. We bypass the county capital, I think. We might not no. We can't bypass the capital because we're hostile to the Lotharingian king. We have truces with Hardwin, with the Danish king, and with the Duke of Thuringia. There was an independence revolt up here, wasn't there? Yes, there was. So we're going to check on Burgundy's wars. Burgundy must have been in debt at some point. You can see here he's got a lot of problems. He's got a thieves guild in his area. I know it says due to the low stewardship of the count. That's a lie. And he's got smuggler's ring, which says due to a low diplomatic skill. Also a lie. It should be because of his income was an issue at some point. Anyway, this guy is currently at war with me. He's currently at war with Hardwin. Hardwin is winning that. And he is currently at war with... he's winning the independence revolt. So let's find those guys. What reasons do we have to declare war on the independence revolt? We could claim West Friesland for the Duke of Gelrea, the Count of Friesland, or Sticht for the Countess of Gelrea. I don't want to give the Count of Gelrea more than he already has, because it's not part of his de jure duchy. So we could just make a de jure claim on one of these places. on either Zeeland, which is this little collection of islands here, Westfryland, or Sticht. We might try Sticht. It's either Sticht or Westfryland in this case, because Zeeland is unconnected to our stuff. Why can't we do Holland? Oh, we can do Holland, it's right here. But we're not going to do Holland, because it's unconnected. So we're either going to go Sticht or Westfryland, because Westfryland has this little strait crossing. Let's just check out which one's better. So Westfryland has 4 holdings, including a barony, so that'll make it easier to redistribute. And about 18,000 troops, I think. 1,800, sorry. Much less troops in Sticht, but it doesn't have another barony, it has 2 cities instead. So I think we're going to try for Westfryland. Let's move our troops up to Gelrea anyway. Michael's become wounded. So we're actually going to take him out of leading an army. And replace him with the Duke of Brunswick, I think. Yes, the Duke of Brunswick. A little bit less military, but we want to give that other guy a bit of a chance to, you know, get better and not fight him to death, sort of thing. We really should be winning this war at some point. We can't offer to join this guy's war. I don't know if we'll be able to do that even at a later stage. But what we're going to try and do is when this war ends, the Holy Roman Burgundian de jure war over Istria, is we're going to try and jump in on this guy's side, assuming that we're not still at war with him. Because he's in an independence revolt, which means he's asking for independence. So that'd be amusing. Giselle here is asking for more suitable accommodation. We still can't ransom her, or her friend, so... And she's what? She's a Hun Freiding. It's almost as bad a crest as the Carlings. So... she can rot. Too similar. So the reason why we're not just declaring war on this guy straight up is because I'm not too sure if his war will be over by the time we get there, to be quite honest. He's losing it. And us attacking him will only make him lose it faster. So, you know, that's kind of an issue. So, let's just educate my kinsman here, my cynical kinsman. So we're going to educate him in the art of intrigue. We'll have my hunchback of a wife educate him. Now, she was stressed, so that might not have been the smartest decision, but yeah. Can always get another wife. Okay, here's peace from the Burgundian. Lovely. He surrenders, we get Istria. Lovely. And we actually got Istria at that point. It didn't go to somebody else. So we're, you know, the demands is too big. We're going to give that... My phone just beeped at me. We're going to give that to this guy, the Count of Crane. Just grant landed title. All the way down to Istria. Done. Excellent. So now, you see, the Duchy of Carinthia has been removed from titles we can usurp and added to titles that we can create. Let's see what that's done here. It's reduced the total number of votes a little bit. Yeah, we're still about 10, 12 off it. Anyway, let's see if we can join this guy's war instead of declaring war on him. We can't, so we're going to be declaring war on him when we get there. What I was going to say before the Burgundian gave up, you know, at about whatever it was, 65% war score. The Queen of Lothringia is telling everybody how I'm plotting to kill that kid. Okay. Like, you know, good work, bitch. Just tell your husband that I'm plotting to murder, you know, with your help, that kid. That's great. It's going to really annoy me if that never fires and we never get that event. But anyway. Aquitaine would like to marry my cousin to my sister. My cousin is the one in his court. Let's see if they'll do that matrilineally. Which one of my sisters was it? Walburga. They will do it matrilineally. They've got a bit of an age difference. It's only 9 years, so that's fine. We'll do that and just put that down. That also makes him move to our court instead of the other way around. Anyway, by moving this army up to Galrea, even if this independence revolt had finished by the time we got there, we could have started to attack the Burgundian holdings up here to continue our war score. As it stands, that war ended, so we're just moving them up here to attack into Westphryland, I believe. Yep, wonderful. Now this guy's at our court, so we've deprived the Aquitanian king of a spy master. For now, he's probably going to get his own again. I'd be surprised if he hasn't already made one. He hasn't, so, you know, whatever. He'll pick someone. Right, and we were going to hit Westphryland, actually, so... I don't want to go into Fryland and then attack into Westphryland. I want to come around like that. So we're going to declare war now. Can't declare it on him because he's not independent. We've got to declare it on Johann. Now, neither of these guys... I don't care about either of these guys' opinions. They're already really good. So, Westphryland, go. We're going to say that's the fastest move, but I'm going to send him like that. And again, we can call in allies. We're not going to. Because, well, I can handle this. What is probably going to happen is we're probably going to have our claim nulled by this war here. Like, if it ends. Yep, and it just ended right then. Wow. Pain in the arse. So, who do we have truces with? Thuringia, Denmark, this revolting guy, and Burgundy. So, we could attack Lotharingia. The issue there is that they have the West Francian as an ally, and he will not like us, so he'll join in. And I'm pretty sure that both of them together would be too many men for us to handle. We're here, we're 4th now, that's nice. Lotharingia has 11,000. I mean handle without raising vassal levies, by the way. So altogether they've got about 17,000 guys. So we could technically take them. It's just that we'd have to raise vassal levies as well as personal levies, and nobody likes that. What's our Chancellor doing? He's in Bresgau. Right. That's kind of important to keep him there. I wish we'd stop being depressed. Catholic moral authority's gone down a bit. And our man is no longer next in line to be Pope, unfortunately. He's getting 2 votes from the Cardinals. But that's not enough. It's alright. It didn't really matter. Okay, let's think. We could attack Lotharingia. Get some of our de jure lands back. Let me just check out what reasons for war we actually have that aren't de jure. Because de jure ones are obvious. A lot of single county claims. There's the Duchy of Spoleto, but that's all the way down in the south of Italy. And I don't really care about. Yeah, and Fals and Padua. Trier even. And yeah, the de jure claims. We will have to press some of those at some point. I don't think we've got any claims on this guy up here. No, we don't. It's actually diplomatic relations. There we go. That's better. Looks like we might be headed to the east again, gentlemen. More of the Carpathian holdings. Well, there's still some good Christian folk down there who are being persecuted. So we're going to try and take Pex. I think that's a good one. We'll be taking that off the Hungarian revolt, which is going pretty well for the Hungarian revolt. But we can't really take too much advantage of that because we can't technically declare war on Hungary, I believe. Yeah, we don't have a Casus Belli. Also, he's Orthodox, which is a little weird. So I hope that the Hungarian revolt succeeds, because then there'll be a pagan leading them again. Which means we'll have, you know, free warfare everywhere. I think there'll be a pagan. No, it's for a different guy, isn't it? It's very bizarre. But anyway, we're going down there, declaring war for Pex. So we just gotta wait for our troops to be in striking range, and then we'll go. Meanwhile, I'm going to send my Chancellor to fabricate claims on Schleswig. Now, the Zeeland Duchy is actually a very difficult one to take, because you can't just take over half the provinces and then usurp it, because there are only 2 provinces. So, you've got to take both of them. But hopefully by doing that, we then get, like, you know, we can then start claiming stuff on the Danish king, and take his stuff like that. We could also hold a grand tournament, just to get a bit of that opinion back. Or a summer fair. No. Oh, you know what? It'll take him a while, so let's hold a summer fair. Why not? It'd be nice to the peasantry. My wife appears to have died. Yep. Okay, so now we've got a bunch of stuff to do. First thing, ambition to get married. Second thing, one of our children, this one, who we were educating in spying, no longer has a guardian, so Bernard. We are missing a spy master. We're not going to pick Bernard for that role, despite how good he is at it, because he hates us. So let's give it to Wilhelm, the Mayor of Firth, and we're going to send him to study technology. Now, hold on a moment. We're going to leave off that for a second. Let's just pick a wife. Yeah, well, that's in the Kingdom of Ireland. Not particularly keen about that. I'm not particularly keen about getting myself engaged to a zealous Orthodox child. Princess of Aquitaine could be a good one, but she's ill, so that might not fall through. We want to get married as soon as possible, by the way. It's important. Maybe this one. Yeah, we'd have to wait a year? Let's check that. Marie. 27th of May, so we would have to wait a whole year. She is ugly, but, you know, that doesn't really matter when we come down to her having some excellent stats. Alright. Alright. She is ambitious, which is a bit of a negative point in her, you know, offing. But we get an alliance of the West Francian. And we could potentially get claims, depending on how it goes, in West Francia based on this. Let's just have a quick look at the eligible ones who are actually of age. So there's a Russian girl. Let's look for Catholics. So there's an Aquitanian courtier. We don't want to marry courtiers, though. Daughters of kings or go home, kind of. We're also kind of looking for a high array of stats. So that's somewhat of an issue here, I feel. Okay, let's try and arrange them by stats. So diplomacy is my weak point. A lot of these are good at diplomacy, of course, but not very good at other stats. Maria here isn't too bad, but she's Orthodox, so that's an issue. She does like us, though, so we could probably get her to convert. Yeah, it's kind of a... I'm not seeing too much in the way of eligible, lovely eligible young women. Nonna here might be pretty good. Oh, she's Orthodox as well, though. Ah, here we go. This one. We're going to take a prestige hit for this one, but I don't care. Giuseppa here, the Italian, not only has an excellent stat here, martial. She's not that good at diplomacy, but that doesn't matter too much. She's excellent at military, that's fine. She's pretty good with stewardship, that's great. And average on the other two. This is what we're looking for. We may have the chance. One, we're fulfilling her ambition. She wants to marry a ruler. But we may have a chance for any children of her, which we could get. We're only 40 and she's 21. So we lose a lot of prestige for this. But that's alright. Oh, it looks like she's the daughter of one of the patricians. That's cool. Done. So in 15 days we'll get that. We'll lose a lot of prestige, but, well, you know. Whatever. The summer fair's archery contest went very well. The clout and the space around it was filled with arrows. Some of them had hit the bullseye. Some of them had missed the clout altogether. The winner was a modest man who disappeared rather quickly after he collected his prize. That is suspicious. We could get paranoid, which gives us more intrigue, less diplomacy. Marshal, find and arrest that man, which is a local revolt risk of plus 1.5%, or good archer that man, which is this duke would like us a bit more, and we lose some gold. We're actually going to get the paranoid trait. Now the reason for this, normally I wouldn't, but the reason for this is because we have 8 points of diplomacy. If we take this trait, we will go down to 7, which will, after we fulfill this ambition to get married, open up the ambition to improve our diplomacy, as well as giving us 2 points of intrigue. Normally I'd just go good archer that man and, you know, get the opinion boost, but that's alright. So, we gained a paranoid trait, we're down to 7. As soon as we get married, that ambition will nick off. Come on. Any day now. There we go. So now we could basically make up most of the prestige we lost, or we could get 104 gold. We're going to take the prestige. Wonderful. Have our lovely wife here. Good. Now that is fulfilled. And now we can improve our diplomacy. I believe that completing one of these improved stat ones also gives you 100 prestige. So hey, good on us. Getting a few messages here about people accepting. The Duke of Tyrol is having a bit of a rebellion, but he's calling in his other ducal allies within our realm to help him out. So that's cool. Thinking of attacking Venice at some point. Okay, so this is one thing which we thought might not happen, but has. This is now Brittany up here in Holstein. That's okay. And we don't actually have a valid casus belli to declare war on him. If we formed the Duchy of Holstein, which I believe is one of these titles, yes, then we would have the Casus Belli, so I'm not too worried about that. You know what? Who actually owns these lands? That's a bishopric, that's a bishopric, that's a castle owned by this guy. Okay, so if we form the duchy, we'll either give it to this guy, or if we can, the Prince Bishop here. So let's actually form that. Where is it? Create. It costs us 141 gold, but, you know, whatever. It also gives us a bunch of prestige. Done. Done. And our army is going to stop moving down there and move up there, because we're going to take Holstein back. We do need to get rid of that duchy, though. You know. Duchy of Holstein. We can totally do that. Done. Now he is a Prince Archbishop. And he likes us. A lot. We're actually getting a fair amount of, you know, money out of our bishops. That's pretty good. We'll never be able to get money out of a cardinal again because he has a 100-point opinion of the Pope. And obviously, you know, equal but the Pope wins sort of thing. The peddlers are loading their wares and the merchants are taking down their stalls. Excellent, so some affairs done. We got 10 prestige out of that. Nice little event. Now we're just going to get Brittany back, basically. And it should be fairly easy for us to do. There's a murder plot going on that I just want to check on. Yeah, some of these are actually getting up a bit. We're going to stop this one, I think. What is it, Oldenburg? Yeah. Yeah, so he's trying to further his ambitions there to become count. We're going to stop him from doing that. While our army slowly marches up towards Brittany. And yeah, there's our de jure claim. Nice and easy. Who's this guy allied with, by the way? The King of Wales and the Countess of Ossory. Don't care. Wales is just so tiny. I mean, the de jure lands are also pretty small. It's got maybe, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counties in it. But yeah, we don't have to worry about Wales. So we're just going to come up there and attack up. We could still hold this grand tournament. That might help us press our little law thing. We only need 95 votes total. Can't hold a feast because it's not November yet. That's the one which is guaranteed to give us some votes because it'll up the opinion a bit. We might do that when we can, so November. It means holding off on the war for a bit because we won't be able to finish that war in 2 months. So we'll just sit back, relax, check on our retinue caps. No, we're 200 points shy, so we can't do anything with it. That's alright. We would have lost a bit when we lost that place. Okay, we've got the potential to have a claim on Slesvig. It will cost us 217 gold, so that's more than we've got, but it's alright, because we make so much gold we'll be back in a month. We'll lose 150 prestige, and this guy will hate us, but we don't particularly care about, though. Use it. Yep, so now we're lacking funds. That's fine. That'll go away fairly swiftly. Yep, see? Already gone. And we should get enough funds to be able to hold that feast. Maybe, you know, in December. We'll see. Because we do have quite a substantial income. We look at that, 18.15 per month. We can't go on a hunt because we're depressed. That's what it means by health traits fewer than 1. The West Francian is proposing that Gilbert Carling and my daughter become married. Well, you know, that's fair enough, but I think that my daughter deserves a proper matrilineal marriage, and they'll go along with it too. Okay. Done. I wonder if we get an alliance out of that. Probably. She is my daughter, after all. Wonderful. So, let's have a look at my alliances. No, just the King of Aquitaine and the Basilius of the Byzantine Empire. It's alright. How is the Basilius going? Looking a bit old there, buddy. Looking a bit old. Yep, and then Yotica, my cousin, will take over. And then the Littlefingers. Yes, yes, quite excellent. I really wish this kid would die already, this guy here. Anyway, I think we've got enough money for our feast. Where is it? Intrigue. We could hold our feast. And we will. There we go. We're going to get a bunch of messages asking us to pay more money. We'll judge them as they come. But it shouldn't be too much of an issue for us. Stop trying to murder people. And we're actually doing pretty well for time today. I'm very happy with that. So we just need to wait for our feast to end. Here's Typhus. Typhus in Bremen. Yeah, because if we declare war before the feast is done, the feast will end automatically and we won't get our opinion boost or our money back, I think. No feast is complete without boar meat. So, do we want to go hunt it? Oh no, we can't actually go hunt it. That's not an option today. We can either send out Marshal Count Herbert. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Or we can send out my son, Prince Ludolf. But you know what? Also wouldn't be a bad idea. We're going to send out Count Herbert, though. So let's just monitor him. Or we could force the peasants to do it. Okay, nothing happened. He got the non-event version of it, so he just got a little bit of prestige. It's fine. And we're going to spend 10 gold to buy food, because, well, we've got the money. And prep's done. Lovely. Invitations have been sent. Obviously, the Thuringian won't be showing up, because we have him in the dungeon, but he'll be there in spirit. He'll be there in spirit. Oh. A marriage offer from the King of Hungary? Oh, he's finished his revolt. And he won somehow. Huh. Anyway, he would like to marry my daughter. You know, the one with the claims on Germany and so on. He definitely will not do it matrilineally, of course. But it would definitely give us an alliance with the fellow. And he's Orthodox. You know, which daughter is this? Ida. My first one. You know what? Sure. So now we should have, yep, the King of Hungary as an ally. An ally who doesn't like us too much because he would like Odenburg and Pressburg. Which is those two places. But, well, bugger him. If he, you know, if he liked it, he should have put a ring on it. That's a moral lesson in life. Excellent. Everybody turned up, and we got a merchant turning up as well, who we will accept. He'll give us a free courtier, a eunuch. Yes, tell us more about this mythical realm of Hindustan. It's just like down here, guys. Seriously. Like, really. It's fair. Maybe not in name. And we accept a diplomat named Rahad. Let's check. Rahad. Here we are. Yeah, you know what? He's alright. He's not great, but he's alright. And... we're going to accept this. It's 2 wars against High Chief Tarmac of Crimea and Arpad of a Hungarian revolt. So we accept those. We're not going to help him out, because I kind of want Arpad here to win, you know. But we'll just sit back. And we're also in the war for Crimea. This shouldn't impact on the feast, because the feast has already started and everybody's already turned up. I hope. Good. So Count Popo here is just going to be a negative Nancy and say some nasty stuff about my food. Meanie. Ah, there we go. We've had to cancel the feast. That's a pain in the ass. Even though everybody was there. It was either that or lose 62 prestige. And some other stuff. This woman is no longer guardian of this girl. This girl appears to be doing diplomacy stuff, so let's educate her in diplomacy. From Wolfram. Done. Well, I guess if we're declaring wars, you know, if we're declaring wars, we might as well declare some wars, huh? Let's go. Take our damned land back. I didn't actually check what the result of this would be. Okay, yeah, so this gives the land to the Prince Archbishop, not to us or anything like that, because we're not the Duke. He is. It's fine. And Brittany is so small that I just don't give a shit about him. Really. Can't believe this murder plot hasn't fired yet. I mean, seriously. Oh, we've actually got a demand size of 8 now. We'll have to take advantage of that. So one thing that happens over time is the Christian religion spread. Very convincingly. That's an issue for our expansion. If we wait too long to expand, all of our neighbors turn Catholic. You can see that's already happened up here in Denmark. But it hasn't happened over here. A little bit down here. The advantage there is then we can say, hey, you know, you should be part of us. But, whatever. It's a big problem for Hungary, though, because it constrains our development in that direction. Unless we come over the top, which just gets kind of weird. But we'll definitely, after we take this little province up here, expand hard this way. What's happened here? Are these guys Norse? Yeah, they're still Norse. Whatever. We've got our chaplain in this county that we actually own. It's all we can really do, I gotta say. For the moment. Call to arms against the Duke of Benevento. He's trying to take Benevento itself, apparently. We'll accept that. That's weird. So yeah, 4 wars. He's trying to contest the county, and we're actually attacking him. It only costs you 25 prestige to turn down an offensive call to arms, but it costs you about 100 to turn down a defensive call to arms, because they're like, well, maybe, you know, you should help us out. Like, you're our ally, we're actually in need. Oh. Well, there's the Beneventan army. That's right, they're involved in one of these wars, I think. Yeah, they're helping out Burgundy defend against the Lotharingian revolt. Which does remind me, I don't actually want them to win that. I'd forgotten that for a moment. We could offer to join his war. And he would accept. You know what? I'm pretty sure he's already lost that. If we finish up our war up here in Holstein, which Brittany appears to be moving its men around. That's interesting decision on their part. If we win this war up here in Holstein and that rebellion is still going on, we'll consider joining in on the Burgundian side. Oh yes, 1,400 men. That's very interesting. Let me just finish taking this castle and then I'll come over there and smack the shit out of you, you little bastard. You can be bald and have more chins than you should, but you can't be, you know, having hair and more chins than you should. That is a crime. A crime in the realm of the Holy Roman Empire, and, well, it's our divine right. Our divine right to rule the world. Yeah. Neeson has been converted to the Catholic faith. Wonderful! Now we can send our chaplains somewhere else. I'm thinking of one of these places just to, you know, kind of make it linear. We could also send it to Lubeck. Let's do Lubeck. Done. So he's going to have a just 9.5% chance. That's fine. It's important to make your realm, you know, mono-religious. It's even more important considering that we're converting the game to Europa Universalis IV at the end of it, because some places just can't be converted. You know, I'll talk about that for the next couple of minutes while this is happening. Conversion in Crusader Kings II is a percentage thing for both religion and culture. Complete percentage chance. You know, every year we have a 9.5% chance of converting Laibach to be Norse, sort of. I mean, from Norse to be Catholic. I don't know what the culture conversion rate is. It's kind of a hidden thing. But, you know, it's a chance. Every year this will happen, sort of deal. In Europa Universalis IV, you send a missionary to a province, and every month they add an amount of points. It's a percentage point system still, but say, you know, you need 100% to convert a province. Say your missionary adds 2% to that per month. So it'll be 50 months before the province is converted. And it depends on things like tax rate, the religion that's already in that province, all that sort of stuff. We're just going to deal with these losers. We're going to send him to Cheli and then around. I'm kind of hoping that he'll try and move out. He is going to try and move out. I don't know if we'll catch them. So he'll move to Cheli on the 10th. He's going to move out on the 18th. We'll see. We'll see. And anyway, so some places just can't be converted because they have too much in way of tax. We're going to catch him. This is wonderful. And he's called in the King of Burgundy. Really? He can do that? Oh, good on him. And it's the same sort of thing with culture, but it costs you like some of your monarch points, which I'll get into when we do Europa Universalis. I'm not going to explain the EU mechanics while playing Crusader Kings. Alright, victory in that battle. But it's in our best interest to convert as many provinces as possible to Catholic that we own, and to convert as many of our provinces to German. If we can't take German, we'll take something else that's in the Central Germanic group, but I don't know what else is actually in that. No, not even Dutch. I think we're alone in just having German. Yeah. So, you know, that's what we want to do. That's why we keep on sending German Catholics to places instead of just whoever's the best Catholic. Because obviously you want them to be Catholic. That's important. I'm just going to assault this place. I want to get this over and done with before the end of the episode. Same with this place. And definitely one after it too. Yeah. Getting a lot of money out of it. We're going to lose some money from it though, because we need to reinforce those retinues. because we're losing men by attacking the places. It's fine, we own the place. He will. He's lost the war, so Prince Archbishop likes us a lot better. He already does because we made him a Prince Archbishop, and he gains the county in 8 days. And following that, we'll probably declare war on Zealand up here. Yeah, he can call in a lot of people, but, you know, whatever. He's a Varangian, which is interesting. The Varangians are a bodyguard, basically, in the Byzantine Empire. They count as a mercenary force that only the Byzantines can really use. There we go, we've won that. Excellent. And it's kind of cool. Is this guy still wounded? Oh, he might have died already. Yeah, oh well, it's fine. But yeah, the Varangians are kind of a mercenary company that only the Byzantines can use, and if you've got the Norse culture, occasionally your sons may say, I want to be a member of the Varangians, and head off there for a while. It's pretty cool. I mean, look at it. Universally positive. It's not going to help him, but whatever. But we're getting to sort of that time at the end of the episode again. I'm just going to check if we've got anything to spend money on before I end it. Could buy more stables in Wittelsbach. Get out of that. And more stables in Nuremberg. And yeah, as usual, I'm not particularly interested in improving the places beyond my best duchy. Yeah, we could upgrade to Castletown and Plauen, but yeah, I'd kind of want to save most of my money for down here in Bavaria. But anyway, if you've got any questions, you know, feel free to ask them. I'd be happy to answer them for you. Or try. Any comments about the game or in general, go ahead, leave them below. It'd be great. Like it if you liked it. And hit that subscribe button if you would like to see more of this sort of thing. But in the meantime, I've been Sub. You've been yourselves. Later.